deck that I was talking about. Makes me want to be, yeah.
These joists look fine.
Yeah, the joists look pretty good.
And even up against the house, it's just where the water's been sitting. So
Yeah.
I don't think they ever water sealed it. That's why.
I think what he did is he painted it.
Yeah, but they can't do
And
that. Paint has water in it.
And it holds moisture. Yeah. Once the water gets underneath that paint, solid paint, needs an oil-based stain.
You can buy a paint and a stain for a deck that cuts this together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stain that stain. I'm painting water.
I've never painted a deck. I've always stained them.
Well, you can buy the paint and the water seal together, and you just do it all at once. But
is it a solid color?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It works.
I know it works, but okay. So, say 5 years from then, you want to go back and you want to paint it a different color.
Yeah. You just pressure wash it like you do before.
Yeah, but it makes a fucking huge. All the chips start coming off.
Not if it's a quality paint.
If you how it was
no, they didn't paint it with good paint. And they didn't prep it good. They didn't water seal. That's why I'm doing this.
I like the semi-transparent shit or transparent where I can just spray it on there, and it's clear. Yeah, that's bad. For pressure treated wood, I've never seen pressure treated wood look like that on a deck.
Well,
like something ate up deck, ate that shit up.
You gotta think, man. It can only pressure treated can only last so long if you're not water sealing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it's all this moisture. Look, all this moisture.
Yeah.
It stays wet right here.
You got a ladder down here, doesn't it? I can't reach it. Do it from my left. Somebody tore that board out. You can tell.
Yeah. It was rotten.
They're screwed.
And he was afraid that she was going to fall through it.
You see it's screwed.
Is that screwed or nailed?
That's screwed. See it? See they missed the rafter right there, all three of them?
Oh, dude. Well, that's going to be a lot of...
Plus, moss and stuff and pine straw gets on it. You know what leaves and pine straw sits there. It's like a roof. It'll start leaking like anything.
And the sun never was hardly hitting it too. There he is. So it's yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it definitely needs to place it. So 12 foot by 25 feet. And like, I'm scared to walk too tough. And like these joints right here.
Yeah.
I would try to lay it out to where the longer the wood, the better, you know, the longer the boards that we can, you know, we can't get past 16 foot.
Well, they don't have no boards that long.
Right, yeah. Well, 16 foot, and then you got another 5 feet, right? Because yeah. So 9 feet. So what is 25 feet divided by 2, which would be 12 feet. So if you had 12 foot boards, that'd be about half. 14 foot boards and a 12 foot board, that'd give you 26 feet. 14, because if we can come up with a deal, when we go back with the floor, we want to buy 2 boards.
Say this is a...
Yeah, this whole thing needs replacing really. We want to buy 2 boards though, 2 sizes, right? We want to buy one that's a little bit longer than the other. You don't want them to meet in the middle. You want them to be staggered, you know? Makes it stronger that way. So we don't have to buy a bunch of 10 footers and a bunch of...
Can you do it right away?
I don't know. I have to get the price for the lumber and stuff. I don't know. That's why, you know, today I just wanted to get the measurements and kind of look at the condition of everything. But it definitely needs, yeah. So now I just got to go home. When I get done working today, I'll go home, I'll draw it up in my software, and it'll tell me what I need to buy, well, as far as materials go, because, and these screws ain't cheap. You know that. If you screwed it down, didn't you?
Yeah.
You know that. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of little things that I'm seeing too, like On the end here, I don't think we need 3 screws because that just ends up busting the end of the board, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's the first time I ever done it.
Well, yeah, it's not, I mean, and it's lasted for years, right?
Yeah. A little over 5 years.
Yeah, it's quite a job though too. You know.
It'd still be in good shape if I took care of it.
Yeah. Well.
No good. Yeah. Yeah, he's sorry.
So right here I got 1, 2, 3, and then what you have to do too, Audrey, is you have to weigh. Well, look, y'all, just FYI over here. What did this to this deck is the paint. He put the wrong kind of, he put acrylic paint on here. What a freaking nightmare. It's just a nightmare, man. And that paint, and if somebody can, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like that paint has just, well, it's held the moisture on the deck because it's covering the wood and it's not going into the wood, if that makes sense. A stain goes into the wood. It's different. To pressure wash these treads right here would be a pain in the butt, right? And to make a mess, and then what are you gonna have? Yeah, it might come up easy, but not all of it. This deck, this is a prime example to me of the homeowner making things a lot worse than what they would be because they think they know. You would never put acrylic paint out here on a deck. And he's a painter, but you know, you can't, like, the rails look fine because water doesn't sit on the rails, but on the step part and the floor part, water sits on that, you know. It should drain, right? Yeah, it should, but the paint and all the boards are just terrible up there. So, and I don't even know, I mean, none of this wood looks like it's good wood. But I know that the 5/4 deck boards, those are pressure treated, right? But if you notice, like Toby was saying, the vertical poles look good. What looks bad is where the water and the paint have gotten, have where it's sat, like at the bottom of all these poles. You see that? Water has gotten under the paint there. If you put stain on it, it makes the water not. Yeah. So I don't know if it's something, I know it's something that we can do. I don't know if I can make money at it. But I gotta make money at it. So I'm gonna get them a material list and, you know, and see what we can make on it. I'm thinking you're gonna be over here probably 2 days. And the floor now is screwed down. So, but it's got too many screws in it. The end of every board is busted. Where they, whoever screwed it down, they didn't drill the holes first. Sometimes on the end of the wood, that's what I'd always do. And I never put 3 screws into the end of one 5/4 deck board. Never. Put 2, you know. But anyway, y'all will see if we get this job, which I don't know if we will or not, but it ain't gonna be cheap. And I don't know that we can do it now that we got rain. But we may, if the money's right, we'll figure it out, man. Deuces. All right, y'all. So y'all saw that deck, man. Come on, dude. I think the main culprit that deck is, like I said in the other video, I think, is that paint, man. It's late too, it's already 10 o'clock, man. I should already be done with the one I'm going to now. We got tied up over there a lot longer than what I thought we would, so. And I had Toby, the main reason why I had Toby come to this one too, is because I kind of knew that I was going to be tied up. All right, y'all, so this is one, it's a prime example one where I never turn around. What I do is I use the house as the center of the donut, and I just start right there at that corner right there where them steps are, and then I go around this way, blowing it air all the way from the house, and then I just go continuously go around and around the house, getting wider and wider, and look how nice it looks. See, a lot of guys would be on something like this and they'd turn around. I never turn around on this one, never. That's what I'm saying. All the yards are a little bit different, but even once I get done in the front, you know, because I'm doing the front and the back at the same time, and this is an empty property, so you got a little more leeway here, but it's beautiful. And a lot of times guys that come out here and work with me and stuff, they'll get on the mowers and they'd make too many turns. They're turning too much. They would, you know, they would cut the back, turning back and forth in the front, and then they come out here and do the back. They go up this way and turn around and come back up, you know. But why would I do that? Let's just flow with the property, and that's what I mean when I'm talking about flowing. In some yards you can't do this, obviously, because it's not as sweet as this, but you find the sweet spot on each property, which is all different, and then you cut it the same way, time wise. Now I've been cutting it. I know there's going to be guys coming to comments, you can't cut it the same way every time, Ray. Well, I've been cutting it just like you see it right now. I have been cutting it like this for over 10 years. So I don't know, exact same way every time. I don't, yeah. And then you see it along the edge of the house, I've sprayed. So you don't even have to weed eat, and look how nice everything looks. So yeah, I gotta take this call.